What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now, for my videos, I like to do some kind of theme or a new technique. Maybe I'm using a new product or a build challenge, something like that. This video is not going to be any different. We have the Gaslands NorCal 2026 Season of Carnage coming up, sponsored by our good buddies over at the Scale Modeler Supply. They're based out of Australia. They make some awesome products, awesome paints. Absolutely love them. Check them out if you haven't already. So what I'm going to be running for this season is Verney. And for the vehicle I've chosen to use, I'm going to modify today, and it's going to be this 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda coming from Johnny Lightning. Now, I normally do Hot Wheels and everything else. I know last time I did a Yada, big truck and everything. You gotta, diversify and try out new things. So that's what I'm gonna be using. I've got some really cool colors. I think I'm gonna be going with more of a violet purple striped vibe and everything else. Should be a really cool build. Should be a fantastic season. But first things first, you know what we gotta do? We gotta get this baby apart. Get her into the stripper. Alright, so we're all primed up, and the SMS surface are great. This stuff is just outstanding. It dries so quick. The only thing is you have to have a ventilated area, but other than that, just outstanding. I absolutely love it. So next we're going to go on and do some of the SMS Premium White. Here's my idea. I'm thinking of doing some striping with some tape. I've got a couple different thicknesses of tape, and what I'm thinking about doing, what I was going to do is like a thick center and then two thin sides, but I want to do it a little bit different. So I think I might do a thick side and then a couple thin next to it, just to make it a little bit different. I would really like to use both the Beowulf Blue from Army Speed Painter, it's a dark purplish blue, and the Vallejo Express Color Intense Legacy Blue, which is also kind of a darker purple. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how exactly I want to do that. So I'm going to do some white in the center, tape it off, and then figure out how I want to do these two. I know I want to do some of the SMS Violet kind of on the sides, like a little splatter effect, just to make it a little bit different. But I'm not exactly sure. I still have to get through the white and the striping and stuff. So let's get the white down, then we'll do the stripes, figure out where we go from there. But yeah, this casting is pretty badass, so let's get it done. Alright, so I've got both the lacy blue, and I was able to get the other blue, wherever I put it, in there as well. Here it is. The Beowulf Blue on there for different stripes. The Beowulf Blue, or the Legacy Blue is over here, the Beowulf Blue is over here, and I've got some stripes on the interior, or at least the underside of this tape. Now when you're taping off your builds, it's always really critical to remember to wait long enough for your paint to dry before you apply your tape. And then once you tape it and paint your next layer, to wait long enough for your paint to dry as well, because that can really screw up your taping job. I taped this off last night, so Gods be good. I hope it would be long enough that this layer is going to shine through. So next what I want to do is I want to do the SMS Violet right here, and it's going to kind of splatter up onto the sides. So hopefully that'll look cool. I mean, Verney, she's got to love it. She loves a put-together monster, so we'll see. So let's get some SMS on there, and we'll see what happens. So let's do it. Alright, paint's all dried up and everything. That is one of the many things I love about the SMS paints, is that they dry so quick, so smooth, just outstanding products. So Now, for the moment of truth, I'm going to peel off the tape, hoping it's not all screwed up and there's going to be a lot of work to do on the back end, but we shall see. I let it hopefully sit long enough in between layers. We'll see how it comes out. Not too horrible. Let me get that last piece of tape off there. You can see the different layers, the different colors of the purple, how it goes from the Legacy Blue into the Beowulf Blue, Legacy, Beowulf being a little bit darker, and then into the Violet for the SMS. Looking very cool. I think I will be adding some decals and stuff to it, but overall, I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. I like the different stripes, it's not like, symmetrical one to the other. I could put a weapon on the hood without worrying about how the symmetry is going to be screwed up. So, looking good. Let's get it all together, and then we'll see where we go next. Alright, everything's back together and looking very cool. Of course, the plastic bits are still looking very plastic and whatnot, so I'm definitely going to have to be doing some more fine detail work on those. The stripes are looking about as good as I expected. I didn't want it, perfection. It is going to be, obviously, Gaslands, a death ray, so you're looking at, prison-type paint jobs and whatnot. For the doors, I do want to do some custom decals that I have printed off before, but they are clear decals, so we're going to have to do overpaint the doors in this AK play marker off, or dirty white. For the wheels and weapons and everything, I have the AK play markers black. Now that's one of the things with the wheels. Being that this is a Johnny Lightning casting, I would have expected a little bit more from the wheels, but they are very, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, toy. I was a little disappointed in the quality of these wheels, so pulling some wheels off of an older model Hot Wheels for the back, printed off some 3D ones for the front. Everything should make it kind of an even keel. Got some armor and stuff for the sides. I am going to be running a front and rear mounted heavy machine gun on this one. So we're going to have one pointed at the back, one pointed towards the front. Again, I'm going to be using the AK black markers to do the base coating on those, and then dry brushing some silver. The rest of the silver, still going back to the play markers. I mean, they work, they're fine. They're not like, I would say, the best of the best, but they do well for what they were intended to do, which is just, for me, some kind of touch-up stuff. So we're using the silver on all the fine detail stuff, and then we'll get some headlights and stuff going on, get this thing back together once everything's painted up, and see where we're at. But as far as contenders go for this death race, I think I'm in the top 10. Okay, there's only 7 contenders, but still. Alright, so everything's all painted up. The doors painted the white, the decals looking very cool with the Death's Head moth going on there. It's kind of a theme I'm going for on this league. Mary Shelley and everything else. Not sure what my driver's name is going to be, but something along that line. Got the tires and everything all painted up, at least the ones I need to get painted up. The weapons ready to go, the windshield and the side armor ready to go. So I'm probably going to go through first, and I will do an Agrax wash, and then I'll do some chipping before I get the tires on there, get the armor and the weapons and everything on there, and then go through and get probably a dust coat, not a dust coat, but a rust coat, a little bit of rust, not too much because we're just starting off, before I do the fine details and a dusting for some glamour shots. But yeah, looking to be a contender. I'm really hoping this thing's going to shine in the upcoming death race. So let's get it done. Alright, coming along just fine. The stripes are down, the chipping is done, everything is on there. Just need to do a little bit of rust work just to make it more Gaslands, Death Race, everything else. Full disclosure, I'm not 100% psyched about this build. I feel like it needs something else, and I'm hoping I can find it before I get it all finished up. But we'll see. I've got some ideas that I'm going to use, but yeah, it's okay. I don't think it's great. It happens, you know, to the best of us. But yeah, let's go through and we'll finish up with some rust. I got these few other little details that I'm going to put on there to hopefully kind of bring it over the top, at least in my eyes. But yeah, not too bad, not too shabby, not terrible by any means, but I've done better. So let's see where else we can take this. Alright, and there we have it. One 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda coming from Johnny Lightning, all redone, tricked out, repainted, grunged up, rusted up, ready for the Wastelands, going for the gold in the Gaslands NorCal 2026 season of Carnage. Got 7 contestants, sponsors ranging from Idris to Rusty's to Slime, Verney. I mean, all of the big ones going on. No Rutherford though, because it is kind of a race and not really just a shoot 'em up kind of stuff. So I think that was probably a good choice on all the contestants' minds. Like I said, this is probably not the favorite build that I've ever done, but adding the skulls on there and everything else just gave it a little bit extra touch that I think put it over the top for me. It looks pretty good. You know, who knows? Maybe this will win me the entire season, but we shall see. But with this build, we're just starting off. It's only 30 cans, so got a heavy machine gun, obviously, on the front. I didn't stick one on the back, just I thought that would look kind of dorky. Got some microplate armor going on, the whiz bang, the splash. I know a lot of Verney stuff is, you can drop as many weapons as you want type of thing, but with the death race rules that we are running, you still have to go over the shield to get a dropped weapon. So it's kind of balance out. If you want to see all the actual rules and everything that we'll be using for the Gaslands NorCal 2026 season of Carnage Death Race themed season, let me know. I can get you the PDF. We play tested it for several months, and it should be a very, very cool season. I enjoyed doing this build. It was pretty basic, loving the stripes. They came out really well. You can't really tell too much with the color variation, aside from going from violet, and then you can see some of the Beowulf blue, the Legacy blue, and maybe not so much, but it's kind of hard to get that slight variation in colors in a build, especially when you're adding in rust and everything else. If you enjoyed this video, learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, battle reports, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so you want to see what else I've done, pick something up, you can even request a custom build. I am taking commissions whenever, wherever, however. If you would really like to show some love, head on my Patreon page and get signed up. Every bit helps keep the paint flowing, the printer printing, and the camera rolling. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.
Rig 1, moving to the start line. Weapons hot. Let's make this scrap.